Hey everyone. So I want to announce a really fun little project I'm just beginning. I'm actually writing a book on Jupiter, and I'm doing this through a weekly online series. So every week on Jupiter Thursday, I'm publishing a new article on the New Paradigm Astrology blog site. And each week, the articles will build upon the article from the prior week, ultimately really delving deeply into the total Jupiter archetype from an evolutionary astrology perspective. I already wrote the first introduction. This coming week I'll be posting the first chapter. And the basic premise that I bring forward with Jupiter, it's pretty obvious, and to me it's intuitive, and it's how I really deepened and learned and practiced Jupiter when I was studying evolutionary astrology, is that Jupiter is about authenticity. That's the essence of Jupiter. That which is natural, sincere, authentic. And what's interesting is in most astrological texts, the emphasis is on things like luck, expansion, leaps of faith, opportunities, exaggeration. And while all of that is true, I don't really see a lot of literature pointing to the essence of what this archetype is about. That in fact, authenticity is the essence of the idea of expansion and luck and opportunities. It's in being authentic with what? Like, what is there to be authentic about? Well, whatever's real. To be authentic is a gesture of being unadorned, being natural, being true to who you are, being true to the moment, being honest with yourself. And through the energy of authenticity, we align with nature, with reality, which is authentically itself. So the Jupiter archetype is one that contains the potential for a lot of insight and realization into the nature of reality, our place within life. But the main challenge that we all face to actually having these realizations is where we contrive ourselves and our behavior and our outlook on life to fit into certain parameters and ideas that we've convinced ourselves to be true. And the self-convincing, the trying to make something real, is really one of the deepest shadows and challenges within the Jupiter archetype. To really live authentically, to be really honest. And it's not just like speaking whatever's on your mind, 'cause that's not honest, that's just blunt. Honesty is really a gesture of being authentic and true to the present moment. In really exploring authenticity, we reveal to ourselves so much more potential and possibility that we otherwise couldn't see. And to give a really obvious example of this, if I'm sitting in front of a class and I'm gonna teach, if I go into that class with a bunch of ideas of, talking points and quotes and things that sound good, but I don't really feel it, I'm not really connected to it, there isn't any kind of personal relationship to the teachings itself, then it might look good and maybe some people might be inspired by it, but I'm not gonna really be fueled by it. And there's gonna come a point down the road where I will want out. Because the teaching, as nice as it looks, isn't authentic, and so it won't feel like it's me. And that's the thing that happens with Jupiter is, well, I can't be me here, or I don't know how to be me here, so eventually I'm gonna wanna leave. I'm gonna try to go somewhere else. But when we're authentic, it's this space of inquiry. Okay, what do I wanna teach? What does it look like to look into this topic and teach and explore it from a authentic and true place? To speak only from my own direct experience. And when we approach anything that we do from that state, from that stance, there isn't a fixed belief that says, okay, I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna do this and it's gonna look this way. There's freedom and permission to find out. And Jupiter is all about freedom. But it's not like the freedom to be like, I'm not, I don't wanna be involved. That's almost like so afraid of losing one's authenticity. It's the freedom and the empowerment to actually look inside oneself and find out right now what's true. What is true about me? What's authentic? And that's a beautiful thing to explore. So, for this whole article series, we're gonna go deeper into this. I'm gonna speak about the shadow, the archetype of self-convincing, exaggeration, overdoing it, opportunism, really important pieces that are manifest with every Jupiter archetype. Every placement where you find Jupiter, these things could happen. and I'll look at Jupiter through all the 12 signs and houses, and I'll talk about Jupiter retrograde and some other good stuff too. So it'll be all the kinds of things you expect in a book, but our emotion style, which is whatever that is. So I hope you will check it out. I'll post a link in the description below to the NPA blog. I'll post a link to the first introductory article, and stay tuned. Every Thursday, Jupiter Thursdays, a new article for the next few months or so.